throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And Diggs has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3rd and 2, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
13.
Montgomery is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Raiders at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and it's 3rd and 5. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on third down, Watson. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Back to Renfro again, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out to this.
Touchdown, Bengals! Stephon Diggs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3.
Bengals 17, Raiders 3.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 22, Watson throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Watson. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. And once again, this is Sanders. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. This is caught. It's Boyd. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
1st and goal.
To the air yet again, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Garoppolo. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes down for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
31, Raiders 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Kenny Young. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On fourth down, Watson. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another. Touchdown, Raiders! Rashad Bateman, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works? Yeah. Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He completes it to Boyd. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Raiders trying on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Same target, same result. It's Kittle. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Running left, Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. To throw is Garoppolo. Touchdown Bengals. Will Dissly, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 38, Raiders 20.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third. And he loses the football a second time. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 67 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of